Welcome to Hospitality Unlocked, the podcast where we explore the art of creating exceptional experiences. Whether you're managing short term rentals, running a service based business, or simply passionate about elevating hospitality, we've got you covered. Each episode, we dive into actionable tips, inspiring stories, and expert insights to help you deliver unforgettable service and grow your business. I'm Julia, and with me today is my co host Anna, our AI powered hospitality expert.
Thanks, Julia. Today's topic is foundational. The pillars of hospitality. What makes an experience truly memorable?
Exactly. We'll explore the why and how of creating experiences people rave about. We'll look at trends, challenge some ideas, and share practical takeaways. Let's unlock the secrets to memorable hospitality. So, Anna, why do memorable experiences matter so much in hospitality?
They're everything. Studies show that 2% of customers will share a positive experience with 6 or more people. A great experience turns guests into your biggest advocates.
That's huge. But let's take it further. Hospitality is about emotional connections. People don't just remember what you did, they remember how you made them feel.
Exactly. Research shows that emotional experiences impact customer loyalty more than functional ones. Even a small emotional touch can make a big difference.
And let's not forget the business side. Repeat customers spend 67% more than new ones. Creating a memorable experience isn't just nice, it's smart business.
True. Whether it's short-term rentals, boutique hotels, or cleaning businesses, memorable experiences drive reviews, referrals, and revenue.
Here's the bottom line. People will forget average. They'll remember memorable. Let's start with personalization. Why does it matter, Anna?
Personalization makes people feel seen and valued. When you tailor an experience to a guest's preferences, you show them they're not just another number.
Here's a practical example. If a guest stayed in your short-term rental and loved hiking, imagine leaving a personalized note with local trail recommendations next time.
That's great. Or for service-based businesses. When scheduling an appointment, ask for preferences like drink options, music, or room temperature.
And personalization doesn't have to cost a dime. Remembering names or sending a thank you email referencing specific details makes a huge impact. Actionable steps for personalization. Create a guest profile system. Google Sheets, a CRM, or apps like Guesty. Track preferences and past experiences. Train your team to ask thoughtful questions. Is there anything you'd like stocked for your stay? Personalize communication. Use guests' names in emails and welcome notes. Next up, consistency. This is huge in building trust.
Absolutely. Guests want to know what to expect every single time they interact with your brand. It's why companies like Starbucks or Marriott thrive. They're predictable.
In cleaning businesses, consistency means following a checklist every time. A guest's home or Airbnb looks and feels exactly how they expect.
The challenge is balancing consistency with flexibility. Exactly. This was particularly challenging in the being for our cleaning company. It took setting up our SOP and clearly laying out how we want things done from start to finish. And what to do it, you can do it exactly. We want it done. Some might say that overbarring, but the reality is, as a business, you own the position. Our staff is there to provide their time, energy, and knowledge. But that is what provides that consistency and flexibility. You could think about it this way. Consistency is what we are to provide each and every time, where flexibility is provided to a client when they have a specific request.
Consistency shouldn't feel robotic. Let's break it down. Systems ensure reliability, but the human touch keeps it warm. Actionable steps for consistency. Develop standard operating procedures, SOPs. Have clear checklists and guidelines for all services. Train staff to deliver consistently while allowing for small personal touches. Audit your processes regularly. Are you meeting your standards every time? Now let's dive into attention to detail. This is where you create that wow factor.
The small touches matter most. Perfectly folded towels, fresh flowers, or ensuring all light bulbs work.
It's funny. People don't always notice what's done right, but they'll definitely notice what's missed.
Right. A missed cobweb or dusty surface can ruin the entire experience.
I like to think of attention to detail as the invisible work that becomes visible when it's done well. Actionable steps for attention to detail. Create a final checklist for inspections. Look at the space as a guest would. Have fresh eyes review the work. Rotate team members to spot overlooked details. Standardize little extras. Small things like mints on pillows or handwritten welcome cards. Finally, let's talk about surprise and delight. This is where you go above and beyond.
Surprises are the icing on the cake. They're unanticipated extras that create emotional connections.
For example, a short term rental host could leave local artisanal chocolates. For a cleaning business, a small vase of flowers on the table can delight clients.
Research shows surprises trigger dopamine, making the experience unforgettable.
But here's the point: surprise and delight only work when the basics are rock solid.
Actionable steps for surprise and delight. Plan small surprises. Think of low-cost, high-impact gestures, notes, treats, upgrades. Celebrate special moments. A birthday, anniversary. Mark the occasion with a thoughtful gift. Ask for feedback. Sometimes guests will tell you exactly what little extras would mean the most.
Let's shake things up a little, Anna. It's easy to talk about what works, but what about the trends or ideas that might need a second look?
Good idea. Hospitality is always evolving, but not every trend benefits the guest experience.
Exactly. Here's a big one: AI-driven personalization. Don't get me wrong, I love tech as much as the next person. But Anna, are we getting too reliant on automation and data?
That's a valid question. Tech tools are efficient for tracking preferences or automating follow-ups, but the real magic happens with human connection.
Bingo. If a guest gets a chatbot instead of an actual person when they need urgent help, that personalized experience starts to feel pretty impersonal.
I agree. AI should enhance the guest experience, not replace empathy and creativity. Think about this. AI might recommend a welcome gift based on data, but it's the human touch, like writing the note yourself, that makes it memorable.
Yes, I'd say use AI for the behind the scenes stuff, gathering data, organizing profiles, scheduling, but leave the relationship building to actual people. What's that saying? Tech is the tool, not the experience. Here's another trend that's worth questioning: minimalism versus luxury. Anna, more and more short term rentals and boutique spaces are going for stripped down minimalist styles. But are they missing the mark?
It's an interesting debate. Minimalist designs can feel clean, modern, and practical, but there's a risk. If you strip away too much, the space might lose warmth and personality.
Exactly. I stayed in a minimalist Airbnb recently, and while it was stylish, it didn't feel welcoming. You know? No personal touches, no cozy extras.
And minimalism works for some guests, travelers who value simplicity and function over frills. But hospitality should adapt to guest expectations, not just trends.
Right. A mid range guest still wants a little comfort: fluffy towels, soft throws, maybe a touch of color. And luxury? It's evolving too. It's less about opulence and more about curated, thoughtful experiences.
I've noticed that as well. People want unique luxury. A personalized wine tasting tour, artisanal products, or a local chef's dinner can feel far more valuable than marble countertops.
So maybe the sweet spot is this: functional minimalism meets thoughtful touches. Clean spaces that feel lived in, not cold.
Perfectly said. Minimalist design doesn't mean minimalist hospitality.
Here's another one for us to challenge: surprise and delight experiences. Now, Anna, you know I love this concept. But what happens when surprises miss the mark?
Oh, great question. Surprise and delight is a double-edged sword. Done well, it elevates the guest experience. But when it's poorly executed, it can backfire.
Exactly. Imagine leaving a complimentary bottle of wine for a guest, only to find out they don't drink alcohol. Suddenly, that surprise feels thoughtless or awkward.
Or here's another example. Upgrading a guest to a fancy room without checking their preferences. Maybe they booked the smaller room because they liked its coziness or quiet location.
That's such a good point. Surprises have to be guest focused, not what we think they'll like. The goal isn't just to wow people, it's to make them feel considered and understood.
Yes, the takeaway is don't overdo it. Start with a solid foundation: clean spaces, excellent communication, attention to detail. Then add surprises tailored to the guest's needs or preferences.
I like that. Earn the right to surprise. If the basics aren't rock solid, the surprises won't land. All right, Anna, one more. Review culture. Do you think businesses are too focused on chasing perfect 5-star reviews?
It's tricky. Reviews are critical for growth, especially in short term rentals or service businesses. But focusing too much on reviews can make interactions feel transactional.
Exactly. You don't want guests to feel like they're being pushed to leave a review. Instead, focus on delivering a great experience, and the reviews will naturally follow.
Absolutely. And let's challenge one more idea. Not all bad reviews are bad. They can highlight areas to improve or show future guests that you handle feedback with professionalism and care.
Yes, a thoughtful response to a negative review can actually boost your reputation. It shows future clients you're accountable and committed to great service.
So maybe the real takeaway is don't chase perfection, chase authenticity. Deliver memorable experiences, embrace feedback, and let the reviews reflect that naturally.
I love that. Let's sum it up. Trends like AI, minimalism, surprises, and reviews are tools, but the heart of hospitality remains the same, making people feel cared for, understood, and valued.
Let's leave our listeners with actionable steps they can implement right now. Actionable takeaways. Personalization. Start keeping guest notes. Use systems like spreadsheets or apps to track preferences. Train your team to ask thoughtful questions and use guests' names. Consistency. Develop checklists and SOPs for every service. Audit your team's work regularly to ensure standards are met. Attention to detail. Create an inspection checklist for every job. Focus on small touches. Flowers, spotless spaces, or neatly arranged amenities. Surprise and delight. Plan low-cost, high-impact surprises like handwritten notes or complimentary treats. Look for opportunities to celebrate guest milestones.
The key takeaway: focus on emotional impact. Perfect the fundamentals, add thoughtful touches, and you'll create experiences people rave about.
That wraps up this episode of Hospitality Unlocked.
If you enjoyed today's show, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with others passionate about delivering unforgettable service. Thank you for joining us. Let's keep unlocking the magic of hospitality together. Until next time, keep creating memories.